Go round.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 100 of Scion of the Dark House, a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition Gothic horror podcast. Since this is a Gothic horror podcast, there may be some things that come up to a line for some people, such as blood, gore, violence, body horror, talk of abuse and trauma, child endangerment, and other such things. If any of these things come up to a line for you, please take a break. Your support means a lot to us, but so does your mental health. So we begin this momentous episode after the group had reluctantly needed to defeat Saint Hypatia in an act of betrayal to open the portal to Basilica, who was ruled over by Saint Pelius, the saint of betrayal. You then entered into the mirrored version of the chapel that you had been fighting Saint Hypatia in, except this time it's in Basilica. Having a good look at Basilica, seeing a great cathedral-like city with a vast tree growing over top of it and stretching out over plains of empty fields and hollow villages, you all were contacted by Saint Pelius, where he said that he would have many surprises waiting for you. You awoke from a long rest and wandered down to the village, one of the villages, to find in the town square 3 winged and horned women on very tall spikes in the center of town. You were then approached by a hulking, skinless man carrying his own skin, covered in spikes that have been driven into him. He revealed himself to be Sebastian Argenta, a psychopathic doctor who Percy had to face very early on in the campaign, but had died at the hands of Dove, the assassin, in prison. However, he is back, and he is definitely out for blood. And we begin with rolling initiative as he charges directly at you, Percy. We're going to start with rolling initiative.
All right. Here we go, homies. Arthur has a 17.
17 for Arthur.
Lark got an 18.
18 for Lark.
Rerek also
7.
has a 17.
Oh, I'm sorry, Percy.
7.
7. We can still barely hear you for some reason. There's something wrong with your mic.
What?
No, he's good. I think it's because we were both trying to talk at the same time.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
What was Rerek's?
17.
17. All right. So we are going to start. Oh, Arthur and Rerek have both tied. So I think Arthur has higher dexterity. So we will start with Arthur. You watch as this giant hulking skinless man holding a huge blade comes charging towards Percy, dragging his skin behind him like a battle standard. What would you like to do?
Ew. That's super gross.
Didn't I get a higher initiative than him, though?
I thought you
Oh,
did.
wait, nope, you did. You
Yeah,
did. Okay,
like
so
there-
you see that. Arthur and Rerek are on deck. Sorry about that.
Okay. No, it's
Okay.
cool. It's cool.
Yeah, it's fine. I was just like, I thought it was 18 and they were 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay. I'm going to fly 30 feet into the air.
Of course, as standard.
I want to get away from any AoEs. So 30 feet vertical. And I think, what do we do? I guess it's time to cast some spells. Just some little spells. I think we'll do. I don't want to burn too many big spell slots, so I believe it's just Eldritch Blast time.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Cast it.
It's a trusty, all reliable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 14, 16, and 29 to hit.
29 hits.
Okay.
All right. Oh, minimum damage. 6 force damage.
Yummy.
Ooh.
That's a 1 on the die.
Oh no.
Yeah. Illusionist Bracers. Another round is a 19, an 18, and a 27 to hit.
All 3 hit.
And I'm also shoving him 10 feet backwards.
What's the size limit
I
on
don't
that?
think there is a size limit on the shove. Let me double check.
Oh. I think we ended up having to rule it because I don't think it would be fair to be able to shove a gargantuan creature with a cantrip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did at one point. It
Make a
was
declaration. I think it was
in the battle with what's her tits. With the back stuff. When we had
when she had the it was Minerva when we had the horror come out of her.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it was large was the limit
I think
of
that's
shoving.
Yeah.
Huge
Okay.
and gargantuan creatures could not be shoved by. So it is large. Okay, just wanted to make sure. So you can shove him.
Shove. Shove 10 feet back, and on the second round of blasts, so round 1 did 6. Round 2, we rolled better. That is 10 plus 50, 25 damage.
There you
Ooh.
go.
All right.
Putting it in his eye.
A few of them ping off of the various horrible wrought iron spikes that are sticking out of his body, but you do manage to find quite a lot of flesh to blast apart, sending bloody hunks of muscle everywhere as he stumbles 10 feet away from Percy, dragging his skin behind him. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
I believe that is just about everything that Lark can do. I use my action and my bonus action. I just have reactions now. So that's
All right. Oop, give me just a second.
Yeah.
He's going to use a legendary action because it's the end of Lark's turn. Yep. He's going to use Deadly Shaping.
Ew.
He's going to take his very large cleaver, smash it into the ground, dragging it as these rocks seem to rumble and form into almost a wave that he sends a rock flying directly at you, Percy. And you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's a 5.
Oh, your mic went out again.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I saw your lips moving, but there was nothing coming out.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just scream. I got a 5.
Ooh, okay.
19.
Oh, okay.
Cool. I got a 19.
All right. Then you manage to dodge this rock as it flies past you, smashing against the ground. It looked like a bunch of very sharp rocks that have been kind of congealed together. And he roars in frustration. So now it is Arthur's turn.
We gonna ensnaring strike is what we gonna do. But I think I can still activate. Is it sharpshooter? Yeah,
you can do
Yes,
sharpshooter.
yes,
I think you can just
steady
declare
aim
sharpshooter.
Steady aim's the bonus action one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So where's my bow? So sharpshooter, we're gonna take the -5. Okay. Hello, I can have the roll. Oh, okay. With the -5, that's the 21.
Okay, that'll hit.
And then I'll give you damage, and I need a cast. Strength saving throw, please.
Ooh. Something he's good at. 16.
7.
Oh, okay. Then he fails.
Okay, and that's it for rare sports. We blew through those.
Well, actually, it requires a reaction to give the portent, and since you
Oh,
used it for
right.
Percy,
We used it for Percy, so he can't.
he
So
gets a
does.
16.
Okay, so hang on. Let me finish the damage here. I need 1, 2, 3, and he wouldn't be a creature that's covered under any of my stuff, right? Undead or aberrant.
Nope.
Okay, all right,
He
cool.
is neither undead nor aberrant.
That and that. Okay, total of 19 for the bow. He's still gonna take a little bit of damage from ensnaring strike. And 2 more for ensnaring strike.
Oof. You almost got him out of the triple digits. So yeah, the vines,
sauce though.
you strike him in the shoulder with the arrow. As the vines burst out, he swats at them and shreds them, but the arrow still sticks out of his shoulder.
All right. Well, can we get another strength saving throw for a pounce?
Yep.
All right. Well, actually, I think it's if it hits, which
Right. Well, I've rolled it already, and I will reveal it should it need.
19.
19 hits, so he got a 15 on the strength saving throw.
Okay, hang on, because I think that actually fails. Give me 1 sec.
Ooh.
I think it does. Her save is, oh yeah, it's an 18.
All right, so he fails.
Okay, so let me give you pounce. Damn.
And it can knock over a large creature, right?
I guess.
Does it say?
It doesn't specify. It's one of the ones that didn't. So
Okay, so yeah, the limit is large, and he is large, so she can knock him over.
cool. So 12, and then we get the bonus bite attack,
Right?
which that's poop. Oh no, wait, no, I'm sorry. I rolled a 10, but the bonus is 11. That's a 21 to hit.
Oh, yep, that hits.
Okay, cool. And so that is another 13 for Jazz.
Ooh, that definitely got him out of the double digits.
There we go. Thank goodness for my kitty cat.
So yeah, Jasmine charges forward and pounces. Since he was heading towards Percy, she leaps onto his shoulders, knocking him off balance, not quite expecting a cat to leap onto him. She knocks him to the ground and bites at his face and manages to rip off some of the flesh and muscle that was in there. As he writhes on the ground. And I'm assuming that's the end of your turn, and we are moving on to Rerek.
Yep. Yeah. So let's. Rerek took up the back, I guess. I don't know. Let's go for something like that. Yeah, I think we're just gonna magic missile. I think because if he's, far enough away, yeah, he really doesn't have much for distance. He's just got the firebolt, fireball, and magic missile.
Oh yeah, and then he has a bunch of divination spells. I know.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, he built this more like function.
Which fair enough.
What is it? Let's do a high level one, right?
You can.
Let's call it a 5th level magic missile.
Cool.
So that is 3 darts plus 1 for every above first. So 7.
Yes.
Okay.
7d4 plus 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. 16 plus 7. 23.
Oof.
23 for the magic missile.
Yeah, he is pelted with these magic missiles, sending spurts of blood and chunks of muscle as they're just slamming into him. Is there anything else that Rerek would like to do?
I don't really think he's got anything else other than movement. So maybe let's let's scooch a little bit closer. What is his movement? Oh geez, he's only got 30. Yeah, I guess we'll move up like 30 feet.
All right.
See if I can get him in range.
So, all right. So next up is Sebastian. He is prone. So yeah, he's gonna stand up, use half his movement speed, and then so that he can get to Percy, knowing that there's this cat that can knock him over, he's gonna go for the cat.
Fair
He's
enough.
gonna make 2 blade attacks against Jasmine.
Okay.
So that is an unnatural 20 and a 27.
Okay, well, the 27 is definitely going to hit. Let me see. I'm trying to see if she has like there's a disadvantage thing or something, because I know her shit changed. No, I think that's the next level up. Those are both going to hit. And I forgot to reset her hit points.
All right. So the first one. So it's going to be 15 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And her speed is reduced by 10 feet until the end of Sebastian Argenta's next turn.
Okay.
And the next one is going to be 17 points of piercing damage as he just slams into her twice with this blade.
Oh God. Yeah, she's like she's doing pretty poorly here. Took a big chunk.
But she's still up?
Yeah, she's still up. He took a big chunk. She's hurting.
Oof. All right. But at the end of his turn, he is going to take his skin banner and hurl it towards Percy. It unfurls and reaches towards him with an unnatural animation, and it's going to Crushing Embrace. Remember this monster from the first episode?
Gross. Oh, I hated that thing.
Yep. So, Percy, I'm going to need you to make a strength saving throw as this thing wraps itself around you.
It's all just ew.
I'm sorry, what was that?
You're 14.
14. Yep. So you manage to, it gets almost wrapped around you before you completely shove this thing off of you. And it crumples, not quite flat to the ground, but seems to have some sort of form and animation keeping it up, almost like a bobbing cobra of horrible flesh. And that is the end of its turn. And so it is now your turn, Percy.
Cool. Is the flesh skin thing like alive? Is it its own creature now? Or
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna just do my tried and true spiritual weapon plus sacred flame combo.
All right. So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
DC 20.
Oh my God. Yep, it didn't get that. It got a 3. Well,
yeah.
a 5, but
Whoa. Yeah. Are you talking?
No.
Oh, I was like,
Okay.
I saw his mouth moving, and I was like, wait.
3D.
you might kill this thing in one go, just so that you're aware.
Cool. That is 19 then.
19. All right. So that is not quite enough.
Cool. Spiritual weapon attack.
Awesome.
There you go.
I'm gonna cast it at 4th level, so it does more damage.
Ooh.
All right, that's gonna be a 24 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits. This thing is not hard to hit.
Ooh.
It's a human skin balloon.
You know.
This is body horror.
Mm-mm.
The 15 force damage.
Oh yeah, the blade, your scythe slices this thing in half, and it is gone.
Hell yeah.
Noise.
Is there anything else that you would like to do on your turn before we head back up to the top with Lark?
I guess I'll get a little closer, but not like super close.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll say you're within like 10 feet of it, of
Sure.
Sebastian.
I'll move
Yeah.
my drift weapon up to it.
Cool. I will say that as you all have been doing this, you see the wounds on Sebastian Argenta's body have slowly been closing. So we're back up to the top with Lark.
Okay.
I don't like that.
I think.
Oh, and I forgot to roll something. Nope. Okay.
I think I'll try to do something fancier this turn. Hmm. What do I wanna do? Which of these would be fun? Which of these is the most fun? I think. Hmm. I mean, that could be fun. Let me double check this spell real quick.
Mm-hmm.
What spell were you thinking?
I was just reading animate objects again. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Um, I think I will do a. What do we do here? Okay, so I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points to quicken an Eldritch Blast as a bonus action, so I can cast a different spell with my action.
Awesome.
So, dirty 20, 16, and 26 to hit.
The 16 does not hit.
Okay.
It pings off of one of the spikes sticking out of his body.
So 19 force damage.
All right.
And then I he's been kind of beat up so far, right? He healed a little, but he's been taking a bit of a beating. So YOLO, I'm gonna cast Disintegrate on him.
Ooh.
So can I get a Dexterity saving throw? And I'm gonna heighten the spell with 3 of my sorcery points to give him disadvantage on it.
And he's not that good at dexterity saving throws. So the first one is a natural 20, which would make it a 21. Second one is a 7, making it an 8.
Okay, so he fails the Dex saving throw.
And is going to take a shit ton of force damage.
Yeah, he's gonna take
Pretty much.
10d6 plus 40 force damage.
Ow.
You'll probably kill him.
I'm sorry, what? You're doing what now?
10d6 plus 40 force damage. It's a 6th level spell.
What are you casting?
Disintegrate.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I can twin it too. Did anybody else want to get disintegrated while we're here?
We're good. Fine.
Oh yeah, I forgot you can twin it because it
Only targets one creature.
if it only targets one creature, you can twin it. Yep.
Okay.
I already
Gross.
subtracted the 40, so just give me the damage.
10, 25, 27. So 30. So it's 70 damage total with the 40. So I rolled 30 damage worth on my d6s.
Oh, yep. And he only had 22 hit points left after the 40 was taken off. So you disintegrate him.
Yeah.
He
Can I
turns
like
to
Damn,
So
Lark.
when Lark
ash.
disintegrates, can he have them turn into flower petals, or is that too cheesy?
I would say that it might turn into like bitter bloom flower petals so that we stay on theme, but still.
Yeah. That was the aesthetic we were going for. You guys
Yes.
just see like a lance of energy shoot out of the sky, and not even like a giant, like all-encompassing one, but I don't know. It's just like that scene from the now problematic movie series where the evil witch starts cracking and then blows up into a bunch of dust. It's that, except this.
Gross. I love it.
Yeah.
Remind me not to piss you off again.
Disintegrate. It's a spell.
It's terrifying.
After that, and in the silence, you see the all three of the spikes, even though one is currently empty, having had Percy pull the Irenaeus off of it, begin to crumble, slowly descending into the ground as it lowers the other Irenaeus to the ground. And they actually come out of their comas, stumbling to their feet, grabbing their whips and kind of shrugging them off of their wrists that they had been tied up with. Do any of you speak Infernal? I believe Rerek does.
I think I do. Yes, I do. And let me check Rerek. Where is that? Abilities?
Skills, I think.
Skills?
It'd be wherever he slapped his proficiencies at usually.
Oh, here we go. Proficiencies in languages. No, he does not speak Infernal, but Arthur does.
I'm surprised. I thought he did. Interesting.
He speaks Abyssal.
That's what it was. The other one.
Yeah.
All right. So one of them, the one that Percy pulled off of the spike, simply bows and says in Infernal, "Thank you. We do not know how long we've been here."
I got it, guys. Yeah, who? I'm guessing it was the skinless creepo that put you up there.
Yes. We were his tormentors.
Oh, okay. So he like escaped hell and ended up here. What's the deal?
We are not sure. Powerful magic dragged us from our place in the deepest pits of hell here, along with the punished.
So you were all brought here together, and then he did this to you.
Yes.
Huh.
It seems he had made a deal with an entity far beyond our power to free himself from his torment.
Well, that makes sense. So where do people go when they die a second time? You just go back?
He shall most likely reform within our chamber, so that we may continue tormenting him.
Fair enough. Well, then I'll suppose you'd like to get some rest and then attend to your duties?
Indeed. And one of them waves their hand and a portal opens made of blue fire. And inside you see an almost cozy looking Gothian living room. A fireplace with a roaring fire, a sort of bluish green, a sort of midnight blue-green wallpaper with pale white bone pattern on it. 2 armchairs with a similar sort of midnight blue-green upholstery, dark mahogany, sit facing somewhat angled away from the fireplace towards the center of the room with a lovely rug and a small coffee table, along with a sort of metal nurse's trolley covered in various mechanical and medicinal implements, as well as hanging from an extraordinarily tall ceiling that you cannot see are spiked black wrought iron chains with manacles that presumably Sebastian Argento was strung up by. The three of them walk into the portal. The two of them sit down, and one of them pulls from the fire a fire engine red teapot and begins pouring tea from it before the portal closes.
Well, so if anybody was wondering what an infernal torture chamber looks like, rather cozy, apparently.
I mean, you do better work when you're comfortable.
Nicer than where I grew up, anyway. At any rate, so apparently that skinless mess that you so quickly disintegrated.
Did you know I could do that? I didn't know I could do that.
I did not know that you could do that. That was fucking weird, man. Yeah.
Keep that pointed at the other.
I feel like that would be good. Yeah, maybe just be careful with that. Yeah, so Argenta made some kind of deal with Pelius, I guess. I don't know how. I mean, I guess, of course, Pelius has his ways of contacting the underworld, I suppose. But anyway, yeah, they all got yanked here, and Argenta wanted revenge, so big ol' spikes.
Fair.
So now he's done with. I guess it's just Pelius left to dispatch with.
I mean, Pelius promised all of us a little bit of torment while we were here. He'd be a disappointing lot if he didn't have any other tricks up of his sleeve other than one of Percy's stalkers.
Yeah, and again,
One of.
Ew.
Oh, well, let's not presume the boy hasn't at least had one or two in his life.
Okay. How do we find this asshole?
There's like a really big church place over there, isn't there? Like there's like a city-sized church thing.
Yeah, it's like a city-sized ringed wall. Like think kind of like Sacré-Cœur, except
right,
more
right.
cathedrals piled on top of each other.
Okay,
and a
got it.
gigantic tree.
So we're heading that way.
I would guess that's a good place to start looking.
Okay, well, sure, Mr. Smarty. Smart.
Mm-hmm. Let me know when you come up with the better one with that. Do we have anything else to do here, or should we just keep pressing on?
Gaily forward and hope we don't get assaulted by any more creatures lacking their pelts.
Or if we get attacked by pelts, Rerek pipes up.
Ew. Just ew.
It's possible.
I'm aware, unfortunately. Striding forward.
So yes, you stride forward across the empty, dusty plains of Basilica.
You know what? Can we ride Talina?
You can, and maybe one other person.
Well, yeah, but I guess you can fly too. I'm the only one who can't fly. Okay, well, Jasmine can run. She's cool. So yeah, I'll summon Talina so I can ride Talina.
All right. So you all thunder across the plains on Talina, flying with your flying boots or your wings. Rerek would have to ride on Talina because he can only fly through the fly spell, which only lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you all manage to make it to the gates of what you presume to be Basilica proper, which are open.
Lovely. That's always
as you stride in along the cobblestone streets. It's a very jam-packed kind of place. It looked like at one point it was brimming with shops and market stalls, the streets narrow and close together where neighbors could shake hands across the street. Plenty of shops and homes and winding streets and alleyways, but there is one main thoroughfare that takes you all the way up to a beautiful cathedral, about probably halfway up this very large ringed city. Probably takes you about 3 hours to get from where you were up to this point and up to the gates, where inside is an absolutely beautiful garden, surprisingly. The green is still rather gray and bluish and dark and dismal, but there are a variety of statues that look like various saints around. However, Percy, if you would like to make a religion check, you may. What did you get?
25.
25. All right.
Shit.
You remember at some point when you were younger, perhaps in your more cheeky days, maybe led by Ed, maybe not, you all found a book of older saints that was kind of in the reference section that you as youngsters were not allowed in at the time. And this section of the book discussed banned saints, saints that had been either decanonized or were only worshipped by people who the church deemed as heretics. But this section was conspicuously removed from any textbooks that you had access to. You begin to recognize some of these saints as saints in the banned saints section. In fact, all of them are. There is Saint Marido, who is the saint of torturers. There's Saint Ishiki, who is the saint of arsonists. Saint Markir, who is the saint of blasphemers. Saint Cora, the saint of thieves. Saint Borum, the saint of murderers. Saint Varishka, the saint of cannibals. Saint Pelius, of course, is scattered around. At the time it was written, he was not included, but he was soon to be included as the saint of traitors. Those are the ones that you definitely recognize, but there are other saints with other icons around. At first, someone who wouldn't have known that might have just thought that they were strange-looking statues of saints, but as you look closer, the flames, the chains, the daggers, the actually carved blood dripping down, injuries, torture implements, other such things, you begin to recognize these are uncanonized or banned saints, every single statue.
The more unsavory saints are on display here.
Yeah, the blood and blades were sort of a clue.
Now, this is fun, at least. Like, I mean, how much have you mortals tried burying your darker gods?
I mean, apparently a lot.
Yeah. You think you spent a lot of time on these saints back when I was trained.
So, can we just maybe like keep moving past the creepy statues?
Yeah.
Or not thrilled with the reliquary exactly.
So yes, as you continue on, you move into the cathedral proper, or at least the front part of the cathedral proper, into a very large sanctuary filled with beautiful stained glass windows, once again depicting these forbidden saints. Where the altar should be is a statue with 3 figures and a fountain in front. As you approach, you notice that the plaque on the statue reads, "The altar of attrition, abnegation, and compunction."
Anybody want to tell me what them big old words mean up on there?
I mean, once again, Percy, they're old terms. If you would like to make a religion check, you can.
Hell yeah. Be my dictionary. That's an unnatural 20.
All right, yep, that's good enough. So compunction is the overwhelming feeling of guilt that prevents you from performing a sin again. Meaning you have performed a sin, you have received consequences for it, and that guilt and pain surrounding those consequences are what prevents you from doing it again. It's typically not seen as a good thing. Attrition is the opposite of contrition. Contrition is not sinning because you love the saints. The love of the saints prevents you from sinning because they bring you so much joy you have no need of sinning. However, attrition, which is what is displayed here, is the opposite of that. It's not sinning because you selfishly fear punishment. You don't want to be punished. You don't want to go to hell. You don't want to have bad things happen to you, so you don't perform those actions out of that selfish fear. And then abnegation is typically, it's a very weird umbrella term. Typically it is used to when you are abstaining from something, like not drinking alcohol or not eating meat or things like that. But you can also perform an act of abnegation against a saint, which is basically a very, very rude way of firing them from your life. It's basically giving them a middle finger. People switch saints all the time, whether it's because they no longer need to worship them, such as a sailor that is retired, or a blacksmith that is retired, or a cat owner who has lost their cat but has no plans on getting another one, or simply you feel as though your relationship is not working out too well. All of these things are reasons why people would switch saints. However, if you perform an act of abnegation against a saint, you're giving them the middle finger and separating yourself from them in the most heinous way possible. It's akin to blasphemy, and you were advised not to do that. So those are the three things that are glorified here. It seems that the statue is missing some components. There is the section that clearly is compunction, where there is a statue of a woman who is missing her eyes, but she is holding a presumably bloody knife with either her husband or son laying across her lap, almost like a Pieta, except Mary's the murderer. Attrition is a man stomping on the head of a demon, and the place where his heart is exposed with a rib cage made of gold that has been opened like a cage door. And the one for abnegation is a person holding up a torch with no flame in it. You also notice at this point that the altar, that this piece of the altar is in a sort of rotunda of sorts. The altar is sitting in an apse, and there are 3 doors that lead outward. It's very obvious that the statues are missing something.
Okay. Well, I think I can do that one. Fires arrow at the torch.
It bounces off the torch and goes flying off, clattering onto the ground.
Okay, well that didn't work. I shoot stuff, so
I mean, the last time we wound up at one of these altars, we had to kill a saint, or well, at least dispel her. I don't know if we actually killed her.
Nice. Indeed.
Something about betrayal and whatnot. So, Percy, why don't you just swear off your deity for the rest of existence right now and see if that works?
Kind of a sore spot right now, Lark. Maybe we'll circle back to that one.
Even I'm kind of like, that's a little rough. Too soon, I think.
Maybe more than a day. Less than a day, really.
So can I go up and look at the thingies?
The actual statue?
Yeah. What was the middle one? Like looking like it was missing something?
Yeah, it looked like it was missing a heart.
Heart. Okay, well, I don't have one of those lying around.
Actual heart.
Lark, you don't happen to...
You like happen to have one on you.
Just a spare heart.
Well, if anyone...
I mean, do I have an
Head.
anatomical heart or do I have a proverbial heart? That's the question.
Let's say either.
As
Yeah.
long as
broken-
it's physical and we can put it into that slot.
I don't believe I have any. Did I put any in the bag, Rerek?
Not that I can remember.
Oh, no.
Have we killed anything back there we could go rip the heart out of? Only
Oh.
that fucking Sebastian.
Talina, you're dismissed.
Talina just poof, vanishes.
Oh, wait. Arthur, we could have carved her heart out.
Nope. Oh, darn. I didn't think of that. Shame. I should have said something a minute ago. Well, now I can't.
Have we tried the doors?
Are they locked?
You can try.
Always with the damn doors.
I'll try to open one.
It opens.
God
Hey
damn.
guys.
Have you
Maybe this
tried?
one just for display.
Like,
I'm going to use my Pearl of Power real quick to regain 3 sorcery points off the spell slot I consume.
and
All right.
I'm gonna fire a dagger into everybody's brain.
Cool.
Oh, and also pass without trace.
I used 5 down to 9 plus 3. That's me.
All right. So which door was it that you opened? There would be one on the left, one on the right, and one directly behind the altar. Left. All right. So on the door, as you kind of open the door and you look up, there is a little sign on the door that says, "To the altar of compunction."
Which one's this one again?
I think this the one with the lady without the eyeballs.
Yeah, but which one? What's this one about? Is it the...
I don't know. He said something about... I don't remember. Just tell me when I gotta shoot something.
Wait, so it says 2 a place?
As Arthur, Yofi, totally knowing what compunction is. Like,
Can we walk through the door?
Yep, you walk through the door into a hallway.
26 and a 36 for stealth for Arthur and Jazz. 26, 36.
All right, and if everyone else would like to make a stealth check, you may.
As long as you're within 30 feet, you get a plus 10.
Ooh.
21.
Sweet.
I got a 16.
God damn it, Lark.
I'm not even trying. What's the point? We're in a... Everyone else is like...
Can you turn down your fairy nonsense for like 4 minutes?
I mean, we're in magical demiplane populated by devils and demons and undead and simulacrums of all sorts, and you expect that you can sneak around.
I can, yes.
It's adorable.
What I expect is for you to be able to, but no. Mr. Fairy Glitter Magic Sparkle Attention Drawing Mess. You know what? You can be the diversion.
I'm used to being the center of attention. What can I say?
I'm aware.
See, I'll fly ahead of everybody with my horrible stealth check.
Okay, cool.
You know, I got the 16 because of your pass without trace. I only rolled a 4.
I rolled a 1 and I still got a 26.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at least you don't have something that gives you something on a natural 1,
No,
unlike some other people in this party.
I do not, thank Christ. No, all of the spirits that have touched me are wonderful. Yeah, I'm literally like the odd one out. I'm the only one whose stuff is not like death and darkness and decay and demons and ghosts and skeletons.
Well, Rerek isn't that.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. He's He's the other one. Okay, yeah, so what do we see? What do we got going on in this hallway?
Yeah. So you sneak down this hallway out into at first it's kind of a colonnade or a promenade until you get to a larger sort of garden. And this garden is interesting because you instantly notice it is filled with palm fronds.
Okay.
It seems to be growing palm trees and palm fronds, which is bizarre for a place like this.
Now, I know for sure that those are definitely not native to Gothia, and they look very out of place here. I mean, I know we didn't get here from Gothia, but they're odd is what I'm saying, right? That's weird.
I'm going to use my druid craft, because that's a cantrip I have from just being a fairy, to see if like they're actually plants. If I can, like, you can use druid craft to make a flower bloom. So we've always just been like, you can make mild plant growth happen. So I'm going to see if I can make them grow at all and see if it's like they're actually plants or if they're not real plants.
Yeah, they grow a little bit. You hear this groaning as they push themselves a little more out of the ground. You see the palm fronds grow longer and begin to fan out more as they get bigger.
Okay, all right. That's enough of that. Well, maybe let's just move on.
Why are they here though?
I'd rather not.
As you continue forward into this garden that seems to wrap around the side of this part of the ringed city, you soon come across another cathedral front. It's narrower, of course, the garden not being more than maybe 30 feet wide. And as you get up to the door, you see the door is very large. In fact, it's so large it has a tiny door put in, like the Grand Cathedral in Gothia does.
Do we pull on it again?
Yeah.
No, you go ahead.
Open the door.
You turn the door handle, and it opens inward to what you'd expect to be a sanctuary, but it isn't a sanctuary as you walk in. The columns are strange, having a larger rounded bottom tapering to a top. The top, the capital, flaring out, being painted to look like a lotus flower. Running along the colonnade, the floor being made of a sort of sandstone with a long pool in the middle, growing lily pads and lotus flowers. You smell an incense that smells like Egyptian incense. It's very bizarre. And you hear someone crying. Standing at the edge of the pool on the far side of the sanctuary, facing away, is a woman.
Is it?
In Egyptian dress, modern Egyptian dress, crying, facing away from you.
Rerek, don't you have like special eyes that can see if things are like not real or something? Is that a thing you can do?
I mean, do you want me to stand here for 10 minutes?
Primeval awareness?
Yep. This person is undead.
Delightful. Well, she's definitely undead.
Definitely a powerful undead.
Well, since I'm not very good at sneaking right now anyways, let me break off.
We don't know she's an enemy yet. We just know she's undead.
Yeah, I'm going to go have a little conversation. Back me up, fellas.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Making
Lark's,
progress,
Go with caution.
You
Lark's
get to
gonna-
shoot any undead on sight.
Well, I've learned, okay?
So yeah, I'm gonna
Uh,
fly a little bit and just try to like separate myself from the group.
I'll
As
give
I-
you, before you leave, I'll give you a guidance.
I will mark her.
all right.
And I'd just like to kind of, I guess, call out in common, trying to be as, I don't know. Lark's gonna throw some honey on it, some of the good old honey, and just like be a little, like the used car salesman. Oh, why are you crying? How are you doing, darling? And just like try to persuade her not to attack. I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna try to establish conversation.
All right. As you say that, she turns, surprised, looking up at you. She has no eyes, but you do recognize her. This is Fatima Al Hazred.
What?
And she
Oh.
simply screams in terror.
Uh, so do we kill her again, or
Um,
And this
uh,
was the statue to have no eyes, right?
She has no eyes.
But
Doesn't mean she can't see.
she hasn't attacked yet, though, right? She just
she didn't attack me, right?
She is backing off. And with her scream, you do see almost souls coming out and begin to swirl around her. She is definitely on edge.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to. I want to persuade her. I'm gonna. Lark's just gonna be like, Fatima, darling, calm down. We've already met, and I'm not here to hurt you necessarily. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. I'm gonna try to calm her down with a persuasion check, if that's cool.
Sure, you can certainly try. It's going to be very, very hard. Also, how close are you to her?
Oh,
Probably like 15, 20 feet away.
Okay.
oh no.
Okay, not guidance, right? It might be important. Oh, I rolled a 1 on that. Oh God. Okay, so on just my dice, that's a 6. With my persuasion modifier, that's a 16.
Yep. That doesn't seem
Bad rolls
to
tonight.
work. As she just shouts, "You've ruined everything! Go away!" And some of the souls hurtle towards you
Shit.
as she attacks you. Let me roll for an attack. Holy cow. That's going to be a 26 to hit.
26 is gonna hit. There's no point
All
even trying
right.
to shield that.
Jesus Christ. That's a lot of. Okay. One moment. I have to roll a crap ton of hit dice.
Okay.
Sorry. Yep, I'm going to have to use both d10s.
Really kind of regretting the whole, like, maybe she's just a tortured soul idea.
Yeah. Go talk to the undead, Lark. It'll be fine, Lark.
God damn it. All right.
Oh my
This
goodness.
time
Okay.
I'm just gonna shoot. Okay.
Well, I mean, we have to let her finish her damage on me first.
Yeah, I know. No, let's call this like internal dagger dialogue.
So that's going to be 36 points of necrotic damage. And you cannot regain hit points.
Okay.
Fuck my wiener.
36 puts me down to. She didn't take half of them off, so that's cool. Still hurt though. You wound me.
Yep, and at this point, we're just gonna roll initiative because she's about to go ape shit. So yeah. Initiative, everybody.
20.
20. Ooh, yikes. Okay. So 20 for Arthur. Let me.
Rerek has an 11.
Rerek has an 11. Percy,
8.
8. And Lark,
5.
5. Ooh, so sadly, it is going to be Fatima first.
Lovely.
She is going to make Yep. She's going to make 3 of the attacks that she previously made on you as part of her action.
On Lark.
On Lark.
Christ.
As more of these souls rush out of her as she continues screaming and sobbing. That one is not going to hit. That one is going to hit with a 27. And that one is not going to hit. So that's going to be another 7d10 necrotic damage. If I can get all of my d10s. I think that's all of my... Nope, I'm missing one. There it is. 18, 19. 33 points of necrotic damage.
Christ.
And she is going to use Shroud of Souls as these souls begin to whirl even faster around her and she continues to scream. And that is the end of her turn, which means that now it is Arthur's turn.
Yay.
I'm going to say that she's probably about maybe 30 to 60 feet away, depending on how close you walk to her.
Sharpshooter, steady aim.
Fair enough.
Can we say cover like behind one of the colonnade pole column thingies or something?
I would say yes.
Trying to be stealthy. Okay. Yeah, sharpshooter, steady aim, got the hunter's mark on. Do it. Okay, and that's a crit.
Ooh, nice.
Which for the record is a 34.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
All right.
Let me clear.
So max on the dice and then roll them again.
And then sharpshooters -5 for the attack, which still doesn't matter.
You don't have any necrotic damage on this attack, do you? It's just piercing and fire?
Piercing and fire, yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then, okay. So 2d8 plus 9 is 16, 25. And then 2d8, 2d6, 3d6, 2d6. Okay, so 25, 29. And I think that's everything for the bow. But then what is yeah. Sharpshooter is an extra 10.
All right.
And then another 4 because she's undead.
All right. That was a good chunk of hit points.
Yep. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't math that all together. It was too
That
many.
is perfectly fine. That's also why I asked if there was any necrotic damage, because reasons.
Yeah.
That's
it for me. I am gonna send Jazz up. You said she's about what, like a $120?
Yeah, about 30 to 60, depending on where you've placed yourself.
Oh, 30 to 60. Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right. Well then Jasmine can probably get a pounce in. If she doesn't have crazy strength. So yeah, let's say she's gonna run up and go for the claw attack, which is a 27.
27. So that means she has to make a strength saving throw.
Yep. And also 15 points of slashing.
Okay. So yeah, she definitely goes prone. And yeah, she does take a few. She's just screaming this whole time,
Lovely. Well,
crying, sobbing, screaming.
then Jazz is gonna go ahead and bite her stupid mouth off or whatever with a 24.
Oh, yep, that hits.
And that is gonna be another 17 points of piercing damage.
And that takes her out of the triple digits.
Got her. Oh, all right, Lark. Maybe dust off some of that disintegrate or some shit. That's all I got.
All right. Well, next up is Rerek with Percy on deck.
Oh, okay. Well, crap.
Lark's going last.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, we'll just magic missile because it's automatic hit, so it doesn't take the disadvantage or anything from being prone.
Awesome.
Yeah, let's just do a magic missile and we'll do it at 6, which is going to be 8.
8d4 plus 8.
Okay. Bam. So that is 27 force.
Oof. Yeah, that's a good chunk of damage.
That was a pretty good magic missile, actually. Those were really high rolls.
That was a really good magic missile.
Yeah.
How many 4s did you get?
I didn't get any force, actually, but it was like all 3s.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I think we're just gonna call that good for Rerek. Let's maybe have him do cover behind one of the thingies as well.
Yep, he darts behind one of the columns. And Percy, it's your turn with Lark on deck. I don't know if Fatima will survive this round. Who knows?
I can only disintegrate once. I can't just.
Oh, so you can't just whip those out of there like willy-nilly?
No.
Well, I mean, if you want a bonus action, make the. Oh wait, can you make higher than a 5th level with sorcery points?
I don't know if I'll research it to see if I can convert sorcery points into a 6th level slot. I don't think I can.
I thought you could. It's just the price of it is you lose like 7 sorcery points in one go, which is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, but he's always got like 30
at any given, yeah, because he coffee locks it.
Right.
You can make no slots higher than 5th level.
Okay, so it does have that limitation. All right, so Percy, your turn.
She'd be casting spells, right?
Huh?
That's what she'd be doing. She'd be casting spells. She's a spellcaster.
I mean, she was in life. You don't know about in death, really. She's just done the soul blasting thing.
Yeah.
She's currently swirling with souls.
Do I think that took any verbal components to cast?
Doesn't seem to need verbal components. The souls just come out of her.
Rip, I guess I won't cast silence, but I don't know. I guess I'll just do another spiritual weapon and smack her with that. That's gonna be a.
Are you moving up closer to her? Because I think spiritual weapon can only go 20 feet.
But I can summon it up to 60 feet.
Okay, so yeah, you can summon it right next to her.
And that's gonna be 29 to hit on the spiritual weapon.
Yep, that'll hit her.
So that'll be 13 force damage.
All right, yep, that takes a good chunk off of her. She is still prone.
Action, I'm just gonna you know what, fuck it, why not? I like never do this. I'll do a turn undead.
Can it reach her?
Oh.
Because I think it only goes 30 feet, doesn't it?
No. As an action, you present your
insulting books and shit.
As an action, you present your holy symbol 30 feet.
Yeah,
Each undead that
30
you can
feet.
see are here within 30 feet of you.
Yep, so you'll have to move 30 feet closer to her to like just get her in range to whack her with the. You can do it. You just need to move 30 feet closer to her, which could mean anything in the long run.
I mean, she's down right now. Like, she's on the ground, so...
Oh, yeah. Well, never mind then. If she was on the ground. I'll just do a pass to the grave, whatever. She's vulnerable to whatever hits her next.
Okay, awesome.
I have to get within 30 feet too, whatever. I'll get in 30 feet and hit her with pass to the grave.
Cool. The ghostly hands come up and begin to swipe at her as she continues writhing and screaming on the ground. And unless there is anything else you would like to do, Lark, it is finally your turn. Let's see if we can take this home.
Oh God. That hurt.
Oh yeah, she attacked you like twice, and it really hurt.
How do you feel about stealthiness now, Lark?
I was You're the one who told me to talk to her, Arthur.
That was your idea.
Oh, maybe the undead lady is not that bad after all. And this is what happens when you listen to mortals.
Oh.
Lesson learned. Lark's just gonna she's on the ground, she's pinned. So I guess I'd make my attacks a disadvantage. Gross. I think what I'll
you do
do
double damage the first time you hit her.
That's fair. I mean, sure, why not? Let's just Eldritch Blast.
Ooh, 6 Eldritch Blasts.
So each one will be at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
So first beam is a 13.
Doesn't hit.
Wait, what was your roll? What was the die roll?
That was rolling a 2. It turns into a 13.
Oh wait, never mind. The portent replaces the whole thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Second one, the lower roll is still a 21.
21 hits, so that one will deal double damage.
And third one, the lower roll turns into a 15.
Just hits.
Okay. So the double damage one. Oh, I don't know. There it is. Oh, great. That's 2. Wow. So fun.
4 plus your charisma.
So 9.
Oh, no.
And then the next one is going to be the next one will deal 10 damage to her. So
No.
18 on the first round.
Oof. She might survive this round then.
What's his wand? Just...
Yeah. We'll do another... Do I want to quicken a spell or just illusionist bracers? What do I have under my spells? What can I quicken?
Quicken it. Go for the juicy stuff.
Yeah, she wounded me.
She did.
Very much.
He was just trying to be nice to that eyeless lady.
You still can't even regain hit points until the end of her next turn.
Which is...
I mean, I'm just gonna go for another round of Eldritch Blasts. Why not?
Fair enough.
No.
Okay, that one is another 13 to hit.
Does not hit.
That one is a 14 to hit.
Does not hit.
And that one is a 14 to hit.
Does not hit.
I'm gonna fly 30 feet backwards.
Fair enough. It seems with the swarm of howling souls around her, she's pretty much inured to the effects. The bolts sailing through, it's hard to hit her as she's still writhing on the ground. So that means that it is back up to the top with Fatima's turn. She can't get to you, Lark, but she can get to Percy. She is going to...
Stand up?
Yes. However, she's going to do something else.
Oh.
The souls scream before racing in, and she transforms into a pinpoint before bursting out. The souls screaming and howling 10 feet away from Percy as she uses her bonus action to frightening teleport. And then she's going to use Reaping Scythe 3 times on Percy.
Shit.
As
That's
she
not a spell,
continues,
is it?
nope, it is not a spell. As she continues slinging these howling clouds of souls at you that begin to scratch and rake at your skin as they whirl around you.
Yo,
So that one is a natural 20.
7.
So it does not hit. So that would be a 17 to hit.
Heal.
Shield. So what is your new AC?
22.
22. So that is 26 to hit.
That hit.
Nice.
I'm gonna cast
Okay.
silvery barbs on her when she gets to the third one. So
All
please,
right, so that is an 18.
Does not hit.
Well, actually a 19. All right. So as everyone comes together with massive amounts of teamwork.
Woo!
you just
does
hear
not
Lark in the
hit.
back be like, "Get away from him, you skeleton!"
I also gained 7 temporary hit points from my aberrant dragon heart.
You
Ah.
skanky whore.
All
I'm
right.
gonna give Arthur advantage on his next attack with my silvery barbs too.
Nice. There go the sneak attack.
Awesome. So, yep, and she's going to back up 15 feet because she can, and that's the end of her turn. So next up is indeed Arthur.
Would that put her back
Wait,
in?
did she leave my threatened radius?
No,
Oh,
she was in
what's
10 feet of
no?
you because she could hit you while being 10 feet away from you.
oh right.
Your
right,
threatened radius is 5 feet.
Does that put her back in range of Jasmine? Like, or what's in relation that situation going on there?
So I think Percy was 30 feet away. She teleported.
Like 20 feet?
So she's 5 feet away from Jasmine.
Okay, well within. All right, cool. But not within a pounce.
Not within, she could not get a pounce off, but she could attack.
Yeah, which means she can attack on my turn too.
Oh,
So,
actually, it would be 10 feet. It would be Fatima about 10 feet, and then
poop. All right. Anyway,
Jasmine.
I'm probably gonna kill her anyway. So
Probably.
yeah, I'm just gonna sharpshooter steady aim again, with the advantage from Lark's thing and Hunter's Mark and all these dice, and it's probably gonna be pretty
All
good.
right.
Okay. Let's
Hear Lark's voice in the back of your head. Kill her.
oh, I'm gonna. Okay.
You probably
go.
will.
Okay, with advantage, -5, that's a 24.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Okay, so there's that. 13. So 13 plus
From
14 is 27. And then I have some stuff to roll.
okay.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And 25 more.
Oh, yeah. She had 9 hit points left at that point.
Okay,
You
yeah.
shoot her directly in the chest, and you watch as the souls fade, wafting out like smoke as she collapses to the ground and simply falls. You watch as from her eyes bubble a silvery, almost mercury liquid that drips out along her face, pooling onto the floor. Before rising out of it is a bottle about that tall, almost having a heart shape with a long stem, a beautiful glass, almost carved in such a way that it could be almost like a whiskey bottle or a very fanciful spirits bottle. It is not. It seems to glow from within as if the water from within is reflecting moonlight.
Magic booze.
Maybe we should let Rerek take a look at this before you start drinking it, Arthur.
Ugh, fine. I mean,
Also, can I just have a moment to breathe? That was, oh.
What's
yeah.
your health looking like?
Percy, you wanna maybe open out?
You can now regain hit points.
How much health do you have, Lark?
So if we put it into numbers, Lark is currently missing 69 hit points.
Nice.
We
Good
could just take a
lord.
rest, though.
If we take a short rest, you're good.
If we take a short rest, I can just burn my hit dice instead of having to use spell slots already.
True.
I should keep your Warlock spell slots left back.
Yeah, I'd be able to pretty much make 2 more sorcery points and
Well, so we might as well just do that then. Just take a nap in the chapel.
well, if you guys want to like investigate and stuff, I'll just like vibe while I rest up a minute and regain my hit dice.
Okay. Yeah, I guess Rerek's gonna do what's the thing he does? Identify on the thing?
Okay. So this is not a magical item. It is not. It does ping on identify, but it is
Okay.
not a magic item that confers any benefits for you. It's not a potion. It is not magic booze. It pings as the tears of compunction. It's meant to be put on the altar.
Oh, lovely. Okay. I guess Rerek would say something like, I think this is the thing what goes on the what goes on the statue is for the statue.
You now have the first of 3 parts.
Oh, does this mean we're going to have to kill one in each altar? Gross.
Well, I suppose we won't try talking to the next one.
So actually, I'm going to discretion can be occasionally a good thing. Before I do my rest shenanigans, Lark's just gonna like meander over to Percy because Percy's the one with Healy McHealy hands. And you kind of I'm gonna I'm twinning a spell on both of us. It's gonna be Death Ward. So yeah. And it's
Fair enough.
canonically, Lark always drops Death Ward on people with a smooch. So it's just like a quick cheek peck as he Death Wards both of them. So now the first time we would die, we don't die.
Okay, fair.
And then I'm going to take my rest. And I think I'm going to use all of my hit dice because I'm down 69 points.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm going to, we'll say I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to use 8 of my D6 hit dice because when I roll those, I also get my con modifier added to each one, right?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I guess Jazz should probably use her hit die too.
That would most likely be a good idea.
16, 17, 20, 26, 28 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's 8 times 3? That's 24. 28 plus 24 is 52. So I'll regain.
Sounds about right.
I'll regain 52 hit points, which will put me at 72. And that's 8 of my hit dice. That leaves me 3 of them there. We might as well throw in. We'll just use up all my D6 hit dice on this rest. So that'll be another 11 plus. Oh, I went over. Whatever. Because yeah, that's 11 plus 15 is another 26. So I'm back to full health. Huzzah! I only have my Warlock hit dice left. So next short rest, I can't do that. But I'm also going to do the shenanigans with the
Bloodwell Vial.
Bloodwell Vial and my Warlock
course.
points that I go. I'm going to regain 7 sorcery points between the two of them, putting me back at a nice, decent 13 or 14. So yeah.
Well, ladies and gentle fish.
You're death warded because I almost died there.
Oh yeah. How many hit points do you have?
Lark has 89 hit points.
Oh, so if you wow, she could have taken you out if she'd hit you in a second time or a third time, I should say.
It's more than
there is shadow sorcerers do have a pretty much undead feature too, so she would have to through me one more time, I think.
Well, if you make the save, I think it's if you make the saving throw that is like either, I think you have to make half the damage, and if she was damaging you like And that's only you use it once and then it's gone, whether you save or not save.
Yeah, so it's a charisma saving throw equal to 5 plus the damage taken.
Oh, 5 plus the damage taken. So if she was hitting you for like 30 a time, then you
Yeah,
wouldn't
so
have
that
been able to
wouldn't
pop back up from that.
No, fam. It also doesn't work on radiant damage or a critical hit.
Oh,
Strength of the
Yep.
grave.
Yep, I have a shadow sorcerer. I've only had to try and do that once, luckily. All right. So now that you have had your short rest, what would you all like to do?
well, I suppose on to the next chamber then.
So
Or
does that mean
should we put the thing in the thing?
should we do it all at once though?
That's kind of what I was thinking. Is just go do all the
What do you want to do next? Do we want to go on head steppy or heartless?
Those are the same.
Oh, head steppy and heartless. Oh wait, what are the other two?
torch.
Torch. Head
So you
steppy or
have
torch?
crying woman,
Yeah.
which you've done. That's compunction. You have attrition and abnegation left.
Abnegation.
That's the torch.
Abnegation.
Yeah.
Sound good to you, Percy?
Fire.
Yeah, sure.
No. Torch. Yeah.
All right.
So I guess Rerek will put the thing in the bag.
Yep. He throws the bottle in the bag, flips it back. You all make your way back across the palm frond covered garden, back down the hallway to the open door, back through into the cathedral sanctuary with the strange statue, and over to the door that is labeled to the Shrine of Abnegation.
I'm gonna get another stealth check in real quick.
I'll stealth too this time. Oh god, I'm gonna switch D20 because that one's been fucking me over all night.
Oh no.
Ooh!
43.
43. Cool.
29.
Oh my goodness.
And let me see what Jasmine gets. I think I might have put too many points into stealth. What does she have? She has a 12. So she's a 22 before I roll. And she critted.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
She's a 42, I'm a 43.
My goodness.
You got 18.
18. Okay.
What about Rerek?
Oh shit, I didn't roll for Rerek. He's got what, a 2?
A 2 for stealth.
Yeah, I don't think yet. I didn't check his actual skill. Let me see. I doubt he has points invested. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever he rolls plus his dex mod.
Plus 10, which makes it a 13.
Oof.
Because he rolled a 1.
Oh god.
Okay. So
all right.
yeah, so he should not go first.
One moment. No particular reason. All right. So you continue on down the hallway, once again coming out into another lovely garden, this time a more normal looking garden. And at first you think that it's a rose garden, but as you begin to walk by, you notice that it's not roses, it's crumpled pieces of paper stuck to the ends of the stems as if it were roses.
Well, that's a bit odd. Kind of almost seems like something you'd see in a fairy.
That is true.
That's strange for it to.
Do I recognize, are these actual plants that I'd recognize or no?
No, it just looks like someone snipped off the rose buds or the rose flowers and stuck crumpled pieces of paper on top of the stems.
Just weird.
So we keep
There
finding like
also-
a bunch of people we know. Who do we know that were like weird and like roses?
Tr-
Weird and likes roses was what you asked. I don't know.
It's like an evil version of Rosie the Rosebud. Like,
No.
oh,
Okay, I'm not that cruel. I already made Percy punch his own god in the face. I'm not going to be that cruel.
yeah, no, don't do that to Rosie. Not Rosie. You can't.
he's a broken man. He'll do it.
Like, no. Okay, can we just move
We'll
on?
just move on. We'll walk
Paper
through the door.
flowers.
All right. As you get up to
Stealth
this shrine, the door, interestingly, has quite a few burn marks all over it. And there are hundreds of sheets of paper all nailed to the door. And the tiny door is also not the same as the other door, nor is it the same as the wood around it. It's lighter in color and looks more like a residential door. The papers, as you look closer, that are nailed, are all very neatly written alchemical formulae.
Okay.
Various paragraphs of text, diagrams, drawings, but scrawled over top of them in charcoal are things, circles, frantic writings. They say things like, what the fuck is this symbol? Why is this here? How is this, how is this possible? What the fuck kind of reaction is this? Why would you write this? Just like somebody very angrily taking notes on top of somebody's previous notes.
Okay. Well, that looks like a whole bunch of crazy.
Did we ever? Well, I mean, let's think about it. Argenta was someone we ran afoul of, and so was Fatima. Was there an?
The alchemist.
Oh, do you think that's who it
Thought
is?
about them
As
a long
almost as you
time.
say that out loud, a gust of wind blows some of the papers off of the door. And at this point, you recognize the door. The door is the door to the house that you all met in front of that was billowing with smoke and zombies were coming out of. And there's a single piece of paper still nailed to the door. Also, alchemical formulae with red marker basically scrawled across it that says, I hate you, Garfield Flask. And at that point, the door begins to burn a little, and thick smoke begins billowing out of it.
Well, who wants to open it? All right, I'll go. With I guess as much penis as I can muster. I will open the door, trying not to burn myself, I guess.
Yeah, the doorknob is hot as you try and turn it and get the door open. You hear kind of a cracking of wood as it opens, and kind of the door falls off of one of the hinges, but is still attached. The door is on fire now,
Yes,
beginning to burn.
Inside,
you can barely see anything through this thick smoke. It smells like the sort of incensey chemical smell that you smelled from the house that began turning creatures into zombies, as well as burning flesh.
Oh no.
Oh, somebody put on a barbecue.
Oh no. Okay. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay.
As you continue on into this chamber, you do see appearing from the fog, the smoke, pews, incense burners, broken glass, alembics, various alchemical equipment shattered all over the ground, tongs, and eventually a man dressed like a grave digger, holding pages in his hand, and he turns. This is not Garfield Flask. You've seen Garfield Flask before. You don't entirely recognize this man, not just because the face is not Garfield Flask's, but because it is an iron mask with a hole melted in one side. Beneath it, you see a single eye burning with fire, the flesh burnt and scarred. You presume this is the other one who you were supposed to kill, Petrov Alexandre.
Who got away.
Who got away.
We killed the other one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Blast.
yeah.
Yeah, we killed him after he transformed himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one ran away.
Apparently. Yes. You also notice that there's actually glass embedded in his face.
Well,
He roars with anger, and the bottom part of the mask grows hot and melts before he leans back and breathes a huge gout of fire into the air that splits into two swirling columns of fire that seem to have a life of their own.
shit.
And that is where we're going to end episode 100 of Scion of the Dark House. Join us next week as they face off against the grave digger Petrov Alexandre at long last. And I will see you all in about 5 minutes.